She didn't leave you. Was he right? You're not worthless. Am I? Worthless? My head hurts. Someone touches her on the shoulder. Hello? A voice calls out. Adira looks up. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on my terrible channel. Guys, let's just get the elephant out of the room. I already know what you're gonna say. I know. I have a beard. It's back. Oh yeah, also there's no hat today. Guys, I just want to say I'm sorry. I haven't really been uploading very frequently the last couple of weeks. And it's not because, you know, I just don't want to upload anymore, because I do. I've just been really busy behind the scenes. I'm moving to a new apartment. I gotta plan my trip for KCON next month. But more importantly, I'm really trying to do more cool things for you guys on the channel. And one of those things is this video. Guys, Webtoons are back. I know I originally said that I was moving all the Webtoon stuff to my second channel along with the K-pop content, but then I decided, you know what, it might actually be a good idea to actually keep the Webtoon stuff on this channel, since I am getting more into the animation stuff. I figure it's kind of more or less in the same kind of genre. You guys like it all the same. Not to mention, I can only make an animation video like once a week because it's not just me working on it, but I'm actually involved with artists and other people who are helping me put it together. Now, today's story is called Alone Together, and this is actually a webtoon by Laharts. If you guys don't remember, she was the illustrator for my animation video that I made a couple of weeks ago. I think she did a great job on that video. I was really thankful to work with her and help me out. So I figured, you know what? Why don't we read her webtoon? Loneliness. It's something that no one wants to feel. For Adira Edlin, loneliness has been part of her life for years. After a traumatic experience, Adira moved to live with her grandma. There, she meets a group of friends who teach her what it feels like to be truly valued. Now, there's only 3 episodes out at the moment, and Laharts is planning to make more, guys. So if you want to stick around and you want to watch more and keep updated, go ahead and follow the link in the description. You can go to her webtoon and you can support her. You can keep up with it yourself. But let's go ahead and check out the first episodes that are out now, and let's see what this whole thing is all about. Our story begins on a stormy, rainy night. I have to say, the artwork for this is beautiful. Have you ever felt so alone that you don't know how to go on anymore? We hear several beeps. Where am I? A girl opens her eyes. Why does my head hurt so much? The girl looks around. Grandma? She looks over at her grandma, who's sitting next to her. Adira, why are you here? Is this a dream? Adira, you're going to be all right, the grandmother says as she looks concerned at her granddaughter. Just then, a flashback. You're worthless. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you upset. I just wanted to make you smile again. I'm sorry. You're worthless. I should have known my place. I'm so sorry. Holy crap, okay, that got deep. Now, I did talk to Laharts briefly about the webtoon just to kind of get a general idea of the theme. And one of the big themes about this story is kind of abandonment, anxiety, loneliness, of course, from the title. So I think a majority of the story is going to kind of show us the struggle of what it feels like for someone to go through those obstacles. So if any of you guys can relate to something like this, I know I can, leave a comment down below, let me know. Pit-a-pat, 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 the raindrops hit against the window. Another stormy night. Adira sleeps silently. Then, the door opens. Adira? It's her grandmother. Do you need anything, sweetheart? I'm okay. Thank you. All right. If you need anything, I'll be right out here. Okay. Grandmother leaves, but before she does, she looks one last time at her granddaughter. I always tried to deal with my loneliness so that I never really felt it. I tried to be strong so I could be there for the ones I love. But now, they're all gone, and I can't be strong anymore. I feel like all my hope is gone. I feel alone. And that's the end of the first episode. Okay. Well, technically that wasn't the first episode, that was technically the prologue, but we're getting there. Another beautiful night sky as it slowly turns into dawn. Holy man, that artwork is beautiful. Guys, check out this sky. Sorry, is it just me? But I'm a big fan of like skies and, you know, like galaxies, all that space stuff. We hear some birds chirping. It's an early morning. Adira wakes up to the sun on her face. She sits up. She looks out the window. It's been about a month since I was discharged from the hospital. Morning, sunshine. Good morning. Have a seat, I just finished making breakfast. The Sunday special. Thanks, Nana. The grandmother looks at her lovingly. She then sits down next to her. They look at each other in a brief silence. School is starting soon. Adira says nothing at the comment. I want to give you the choice to homeschool or go to public school. I know things have been hard the past few years, so I want this decision to be yours. Of course, I'll support you whatever you decide. Thanks. I'll think about it. After all that happened, of course I'd be scared. But I've been avoiding going outside ever since I got here, and I can't shut people out of my life forever. It would probably be easier on Nana too if I went to public school, since she already works a full-time job. I can't expect her to support me by herself either. Maybe I should get a job too. Adira continues thinking about it, and then lets out a sigh. A few days later. It looks like we're outside of a mart. That is a very old-fashioned buggy that I think they are driving. Well, I mean, it is Grandma's car. It's been a while since I've been outside the house. I'm glad you're joining me today. It's a little scary, I know, but I'll be by your side the whole time if that gives you any comfort. It does, thank you. Adira looks outside at the other young people walking by. She takes a deep breath. You ready? She nods, and they go out. In the supermarket, we see several people walking around, and here we can see Adira and her grandmother walking through the aisles. As they walk by, we notice there's a young man who appears to be staring at them. Oh, this must be the main male character coming into play for the first time. What's up, dude? What's up? You better be good enough for Adira, okay? Don't you break her heart or I break your legs. Nah, who am I kidding? Now, look at that guy. He'd break my legs. Later. Okay, we're almost done. All that's left on the list is milk. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm a little more at ease now. Good. Now off to the dairy aisle. Old people, says a girl as she walks by the two of them. Nana, you're a dork. I know. Let's go this way. They walk through the aisles. Just then, it appears something catches Adira's attention. She looks over, smiling. She sees a little collection of cat squishies, and it says, "Poke if you dare." Cute. She looks at the cat squishies. Poke if you dare. She pokes one. Adira giggles to herself. She then calls, "Hey Nana, aren't these cute?" She looks over, but Nana is already gone. She looks to the other side. Adira walks around. Calm down, Adira. She can't be far. She begins huffing. She looks around. Still no sign of Grandma. She's not here. She continues looking around. Her breathing increases. Did she leave me? Her heart begins to thump. My heart's racing. Can't breathe. Adira sinks down to her knees. Think straight. Was I too much of a burden for her? She didn't leave you. Was he right? You're not worthless. Am I worthless? My head hurts. Someone touches her on the shoulder. Hello? A voice calls out. Adira looks up. Are you okay? It's the man from earlier. He must have found Adira on the floor panicking and he offered to help. And that's the end of episode 1. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far in the comments. I think this is a great comic on the topic of being alone and feeling anxiety. I'm already kind of feeling it just from reading about what she's going through. Episode 3. We're still at the mart, except this time we're outside. We see the young man from before. His phone rings. Hello? Dude, where are you? I forgot something at the store. I'll be there in a few. He enters the store. Excuse me. He passes by a girl who appears to be staring at him. Oof, he's cute, she thinks to herself. I won't argue. He walks through the store and it appears like this is how he found Adira. He passes by. He looks over. The girl from earlier. He approaches her, clearly seeing that something is wrong. Miss? Are you okay? Adira doesn't say anything. Hello? Adira must still be in her state of panic. It looks like he feels kind of sympathetic towards her in this moment. He kneels down and reaches his arm out. He puts his hand on her shoulder. Hello? Adira opens her eyes, looks up at him. Are you okay? He asks again. For a brief moment, Adira says nothing, but just looks at him. Yeah, sorry. I'm okay. She's trembling. He looks at her for a brief moment. Do you have a cell phone? Oh, I can just call Grandma. She reaches into her bag. She pulls out her phone. It looks like Nana has texted her, "Where are you?" And she's got 4 missed calls from her. Adira texts her back. I'm in the store. Thank you. The boy looks at her, and stands up. I'm still shaking. He offers out his arm to her. She looks at it for a moment, and then she accepts. The two of them look at each other. Look really weak right now. Sorry. Seems like this little question mark coming from him is probably trying to express that he's thinking, what? And what do you have to be sorry for? Just then, Adira! I'm so sorry. I thought you were right behind me. It's okay. You're Professor Green's son, right? I work with him. Yes. I'm Will. Nice to meet you. Lilet. I'm the Professor of Fine Arts. I actually don't know if it's Lilet or Lilet. Laharts, forgive me. I'm sorry about that. This is my granddaughter, Adira. She recently moved here from the city. Nice to meet you, Adira. Will offers out his hand. They shake. Again. Nice to meet you too. Our town is small, but I hope you'll enjoy what we have here. Thank you. Well, we should probably get going. It was nice to formally meet you, Will. You too. The two of them walk off. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good now. Adira turns around once more. Thank you again. And with that, they leave. And that is the end of episode 2. Now, I know that wasn't really much compared to what I normally read of a webtoon, but guys, I mean, just the prologue, episode 1, episode 2, I think we learned a lot about the main character. We learned a lot about her backstory, her setup, her environment, what she's dealing with, which I think is really important for establishing, the real hook to kind of bring people into your story and get them to read more. Personally, for me, if I don't find myself drawn or attached to the main character in the first couple of episodes, then I don't really personally feel invested enough to necessarily continue reading, unless I'm more or less drawn in by other interesting characters or events. But more importantly, I think Laharts did a great job of portraying what somebody that goes through anxiety, loneliness, all of those things, I think she did a great job of portraying somebody that goes through that and what it's like. If you guys have ever gone through something like this, or maybe you continually go through something like this, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Maybe you can resonate with this comic more than I can, and if you can and if you like it, feel free to subscribe on Webtoons. Go check it out. There's a link down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, because I'm going to be doing more of these videos if you guys want me to bring back the Webtoons. I'm also going to be working on a new animation video very soon. I've just been very busy with some in real life stuff, but guys, I really want to get back to that for you, and I'm just really excited to get back into making videos and making you guys laugh and making you guys entertained, because if you're entertained, then I'm happy and I feel like I've done my job. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you guys in the next video. Good night.